Blazin Hit Radio.
Good morning, you guys.
Now with more Us.
You rock.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Cathy.
I just love you both.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
Pressing issue. Kathie fainted again.
Yeah, again.
No.
Totally.
Our producer Bolty's sitting here with us. Wig's running a second behind.
Yeah.
We had the honor of picking up the girls from school yesterday.
Oh.
And we try to see the girls and then try to do Kathie a favor, like by taking up some time so she could be like, oh, I could lay in my bed.
Right.
Or watch a show.
Which is heaven to a mom.
Right. So we go pick up the girls.
And this was your first time going without me to the school. So
Right.
I was really proud. And Avery had no idea you were coming to get her.
Right.
It was cool.
It was the coolest feeling in the whole world because, well, first of all, you gave us this cool little list
Right.
of instructions. And so it's very hard to pick up a kid. You can't just go in and get one. There's like varied levels of security and sign-ins and looking at your
Put
ID.
in this code, then you got to sign them in, then you got to have a code to get back out.
So you had taken us there recently, so we did the run through and you showed us where stuff was. So we get in there and the ladies are already laughing at us because we already messed up a rule. And
A rule I wasn't aware of.
Right. So then they look at our IDs and they're laughing. And so they're like, okay. I was like, well, we're here to get the girls, and here's our list. And they go, oh, you have a list. So they grab the list, and they start reading it, and they're all looking at each other laughing. And I was like, she's like, okay, so what do you want to do first on your list? And I go, I think we should probably go get the lunch pails. I was like, I know that's a thing. And, it's going to be, I know they're in two separate refrigerators, and now we got to go look for their lunch pails.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay, do you know where that is? And I go, that way? She goes, let's go get Avery first on the list. Because Avery knows where the lunch pails are.
Right.
So then I was like, oh, cool, we'll go get Avery. And I started walking the wrong way. She's like, Avery's that way.
Yes, that's what I meant. Of course, we're going to get Avery that way.
Right. So we go down the end of the hall, and Avery's sitting in a circle, and they're all talking or listening to the teacher. And so Avery turns around and totally looks at us and gets so excited.
Yeah.
It's like the best feeling in the whole world. And she came and ran and totally hugged me first. So like I copped the first hug.
Right.
But she's just excited to see Uncle Chris.
Yes.
But it's kind of that first hug. It's like, who is she going to pick?
Oh, Jesus. And it's also that feeling of when you get home and your dog is happy. Like, it's just unconditional love. I'm happy to see you.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they run to you and then you pick them up. Okay, so then we go down.
But you said she even distracted her classmates because she was so excited to see you.
She started jumping up and down like she had won something. So then we got her stuff.
Yeah.
Went to her cubby. And then we're like, hey, can you take us to the lunch pails? She took us to the lunch pails. And
cool.
Dig in the fridge. And then we go to get Gia. And same thing happens. She's sitting in a little circle looking at her teacher. And she looks up at us. Boom! Pete stands up and totally makes a beeline for me and gives me the big hug. And like Chris missed out on,
2 big hugs.
Yeah, I know, but he still got hugs right after.
Yeah.
It's that running hug that you get. So then...
it's not a competition.
I know. So then, it's like we get in the car and, we have some issues with seatbelts. And I know the ladies are laughing at us because nobody takes this long to leave.
Oh, no, they were staring at you the whole time.
And we kept we couldn't get Avery's seatbelt because there's a thing, but then it's next to it is where you lock it in.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh my God, we can't do this. And it took us like 10 minutes. I know they were laughing at us. So then we get him seatbelted in, and I'm just assuming, for the most part, Chris is technically literate.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, Kathie says there's a Chick-fil-A that's not far.
Yeah, right.
Right. And so he's like, he starts taking us in some weird way and seems kind of far. I was like, maybe you picked the wrong one. So then we start heading back to you and we take the wrong turn. And the next thing you know, there's like 4 schools in front of us with 100 parents trying to pick up their kids.
My God.
It's mayhem. There's stop signs. It's insanity. And we're like, oh my God, to the point where I'm trying to entertain the girls. I'm all, hey, let's sing a song from Moana. And I start the video on my phone, and I'm the only one singing at some point. And I'm all, na, 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 na. And I look behind me, and both girls are all, Avery's literally slumped over snoring. I was like, whoa, this is insane. And so it took us, we went and got Chick-fil-A. It took us forever to get back to the house. Had to explain to the girls that, yes, they give to anti-gay causes, but it's the delicious chicken that the only thing you guys will eat.
Exactly.
So then I come in the door And then all of a sudden, Kathy's laying flat on her back.
On the bottom of the stairs.
And she's like, I fainted again. I was like, oh my God. So now we're probably dealing with something that's like, it's like that thing that Nicole Kidman had in Moulin Rouge, where you're going to start coughing blood into a hanky. No, I don't know.
Right, no, for real. No, Larry helps me up finally, Bolty.
Kathy has consumption.
And Larry goes, could be a brain tumor. Well, I was like, thanks.
No, I don't know. I'm like,
or no, you just said you have a tumor. You didn't say brain tumor.
You got the tumor.
Yeah.
No, I just went straight to WebMD. It said fainted twice. They said death. Death imminent.
Right.
All the comments were death.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do you think that...
All I know
you kind of
is,
hurt your foot as you were coming down.
I killed my foot.
And I think what happened was you fainted on the stairs and then you didn't make your feet onto the bottom
obviously.
floor, and you then tumbled.
Yeah.
But see, I've also gone downstairs in the dark and like misjudged that last step.
Oh, yeah, that's a bitch.
You take two when it was like one. You thought it was one.
Right.
And so maybe that's what happened. Like,
no, I don't know.
In a blacked out way.
In a blacked out way. All I know is I was resting. I heard the garage door get up, so I immediately got out of bed. I still had all my clothes on because I was just laying there.
Right. And I hate to say this, I'm not trying to put you on blast. I saw an African-American man leaving the back door. And so when you said blackout, I was like, oh, you had a blackout.
That makes sense.
You had a black on.
And there he goes.
A black in. A black around.
And a blackout.
There he went.
So I was just like on my phone, and I started coming down the stairs. And all of a sudden, I turned the corner to come down the second set of stairs, and I blacked out again. I didn't feel dizzy or anything leading up to this one. That's what was crazy. Mm-hmm. And so all of a sudden, I was at the bottom of the stairs on the floor going,
Yeah, I'm going to say that just for safety's sake, Chris and I will now take custody of the girls. We don't know when you're going to faint next.
Right? So I don't. I'm
going
to
the
the doctor today.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it could be like, I think it could be the low blood sugar thing or whatever.
Now it's something more, because yesterday, trust me, I got them sugars back up.
Oh. Right. Okay.
I had no problem. Right. I was like, you know what? Got to keep my blood sugar at a certain level.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's
bring it on, Slurpee.
Let's assume it's nothing major. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Let's just go with that. But
right.
My foot here, I'm wondering. You have 20 million bones in your feet. I just feel like one of them got broken.
Oh, really?
Because it hurts.
But you're still able to walk. So I don't know. Maybe
I walk on my heel because it's closer to my pinky toe.
Oh, and it's on the side.
I'm going to get that pinky toe. Yeah, it's on the side.
Front and side.
Right.
Wow. And then, just going to your house at like 3.
Uh-huh.
And then driving to get the girls.
Yeah.
And doing all that. And going to your house and playing and watching them eat.
Right.
And hanging out. I was like exhausted. And it was like 3 hours. I was like, no wonder she's fainting.
Right.
Like I would faint.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
And an hour of that, you were in the car sitting.
Right. And
totally.
Yeah.
I know.
And then it's like, I'm turning into like, the parent in the sense of like Avery's like, I want to go in Chick-fil-A and play. I'm like, it's a germ tube. You're not playing in the germ tube. You just got, there's kids that are sick. Half the kids at school are sick.
Right.
You're lucky we went in to get you.
Exactly.
Chris and I weren't touching anything either. We were all,
all these kids start running up to you. Boogers hanging out their nose.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I did appreciate it. And I know the girls liked it. So thank you.
If you'd like to speculate what Cathy has, call 303-728-3420 or text.
Well, the girls had told me, the doctors had told me I was low on vitamin D, low on iron. So I took all that yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So I should have been.
Oh, that explains the guy that was there. You're getting the vitamin D.
Hey, yo.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music.
Less commercials.
More Larry and Cathy. Hey.
So basically, there's the kind of investigation that's still going on. There was a officer that was killed in Thornton.
Yeah.
And our thoughts and prayers are going out to him and his family and all the police officers that are still searching for 2 other suspects.
Yes.
I know they arrested one person. And Wiggins, he's still on his way here. His family and Kayla's family is, officers in Thornton.
You're right.
And so I know that this hits home close to their home and what they do. And, when there's an officer down, I know that really affects everybody.
Right. The officer that was killed, his name is Heath Gumm. He's 32 years old. His family, they're going to be setting up a web page for donations to help them out. But speaking of hitting close to home, it was my home was in the perimeter
Right,
of
Kathy,
what was being blocked off last night in Thornton,
Right.
88th and Washington.
Kathy owns a home in Thornton. It was like your first home.
It was my first home, right?
Right.
And now my nieces live in it.
Right. She's a slumlord. I'm kidding. So they were like literally
Very scary.
right. They came in the backyard.
Yeah, so I get the message last
the
night.
police.
Yeah, so we turn it on and we're watching it on Facebook, and I see the perimeter, and I'm like, okay, there's my 7-Eleven, and I call, like that was my 7-Eleven. I was
Right,
OG
that's your hood.
at that 7-Eleven.
Right, everybody knows you.
Right, so I'm like, there's my 7-Eleven, there's my street, because I'm literally 2 streets from 7-Eleven.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, so the perimeter, they were focused more towards 88th than they were 85th, which was, but still, 3 blocks? Come on.
Right.
So I'm watching it, I'm checking in with them. They said that they went down in the basement.
Right, because they were telling people, don't get by your windows,
Right.
keep your doors locked.
Because if people have guns and they're shooting,
And they want to take your house as their last refuge or a place to keep somebody kidnapped.
yeah, or the shooting happens out in the street
Hostage.
and bullets just start
Right.
flying.
Oh, for sure.
You don't want to be there. So they were down in the basement and stuff, watching it on TV, and they caught the one suspect. We all saw the
Right.
video of that.
Yeah, here I got it.
Okay.
Excuse me. I have a little bit of audio.
Okay, that's producer Bolty.
Right. With the loogie.
Fox News alert: 2 violent attacks on law enforcement overnight. In Denver, 1 man is in custody and 2 more on the run after a sheriff's deputy is shot and killed chasing an assault suspect. Dozens of mourners lining the streets with flags saluting the body of 32-year-old Heath Gumm. The 5-year veteran of the force leaves behind a wife.
How sad that you're going to rescue somebody who's been assaulted, and then that's what you get. It's just like, we know that there's 2 feelings that, about police officers, and there's a couple bad apples that kind of ruin some people's thoughts about police officers.
Right.
But there's mostly good police officers.
Absolutely.
We're friends with them.
Yep.
We know them. We've always been friends with law enforcement, and so they're just regular people who put their lives on the line every day. And so it's just, I don't know, it's just super sad.
It's very sad. So,
Yeah, it's
excuse me.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, so Jessica and Megan, my nieces who live in the house,
Right.
they sent me pictures last night. They came, SWAT came in and was like, can you unlock, because we have a lock up before you go into the back gate
Right.
to the backyard. And so they were like, can you unlock that? So Jessica went out and unlocked it, and she was like, the canine was so cute. I was like, that's not what you need to be thinking.
Right. You can't pet a service dog, much less the one dog that's looking for a man.
Right, that's working.
Right,
Yeah, you don't
exactly.
want. Yeah, you don't touch animals while they're
treats.
working.
Right. So, but they sent pictures, and they were literally going through your backyard.
Yeah, and they were all like swatted
Guns
up.
out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's crazy because I got to thinking about when you said that like, they're going house to house or yard to yard. It's like, who knows where those jerks are, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
They could go into somebody's house and just be like, you answer the door and don't say anything, you know? I hope they catch them.
And I'm sorry, but that neighborhood, I mean, it's unincorporated Adams, so there's not a lot of like HOA or anything happening. So people have a lot of crap in their
Right.
backyards and their garages.
Boats, old hiding
Yes,
places.
a lot of old hiding places, a lot of
Right.
old trees, and so it's
Yeah.
scary. Megan, my other niece, she got stopped at McDonald's because it's right off of Washington, and they wouldn't let her go. Like they put her in lockdown there at McDonald's.
dang.
Yeah, because
Keep everybody safe.
just keep everybody safe. And they didn't want people sitting in their cars. They wanted them, so they made her get out of her car and get into McDonald's and wait.
Well, as the sun comes up, hopefully they'll be exposed or they can find them better.
Yes,
Or, you know what I mean?
Daylight always helps.
But again, our thoughts and prayers are going out to the officer, the
To
fallen
Heath Gumm.
officer, and his family. And we'll keep you posted as we know stuff. And we'll also give you information on the fund that's being set up for them.
Yes. Blazin' Hit Radio.
Now with more
us.
They're just really funny.
Better music,
less commercials.
more Larry and Kathy. I figure we can all use some good news.
Right. This is good news.
Yes. So there is this to let everybody know that you can't give up on hope.
Exactly. Things can happen at the last moment that can, salvage a situation, a hopeless situation.
Right, exactly. And producer Bolty's filling in for Wiggins.
Wiggs, he's still on his way here. I would say hopeless situation and homeless situation.
Yeah, it is a homeless situation.
Right.
So a lady who was about to be homeless bought a $2 lottery ticket.
And people would be like, That's what you're going to waste your last $2 on.
There's that.
No wonder you're homeless.
There's that.
Right, people are going to say that. But then
this happens.
Yeah.
$2 lottery ticket and ended up winning $25,000 a year for life. Yeah, that's awesome.
Right, that's so cool because she was like, what?
Hey, right. What? You know, like you keep scratching. What?
Right, exactly. Now she's going to be that lady that's like, I spent my $25,000 already.
Oh, no, for sure. $25,000 isn't much,
That's
especially
not a
for
lot.
a whole year.
For sure.
Like if you had
You
a
still
normal
need a job.
that would be
Yeah.
extra. That would be help.
Absolutely. The
Right.
cush you need.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but now, well, maybe this helps her just get her feet underneath her so she can get that job.
Right.
Right?
You
Like,
still need a
it
one
helps you-
bedroom or you need to live with a roommate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you're going to always get your rent paid.
Right, exactly. But
Right.
cash flow like that, you can definitely use it to, now I can get a better car that gets me to that job so I can make that check.
We don't
now
know-
I can get the clothes so I can fit in at that job so I can get that check.
Right. We don't know her. She probably spent the $25,000 right away on heroin.
Right, exactly.
And now it's all gone and she's very itchy.
Well,
And she doesn't know where to stay.
Shauna Donnelly.
She's like, when do I get that
When is that coming?
25,000?
Next year.
They're like,
And how many days is that?
Right. And you know, we take out taxes. What?
Right, exactly.
It's
Okay,
January.
so fine.
Right.
She gets $15,000 a year.
For sure.
All right, so she's Shauna Donnelly. She's 50 years old, and she's been struggling. She's homeless in Michigan. Right there, that's struggling. Like, Michigan's cold.
Right.
I wouldn't want to, like, if you're going to be homeless, go to San Diego.
No,
Go
actually,
to Phoenix.
come to Denver.
Right. No, it gets
They'll
cold
give you
here.
weed.
Yeah, that's true. That helps.
No, Michigan is a good place to be homeless because there's a bunch of abandoned homes. So you just take one.
True. Absolutely
If
right.
You got to get the coyotes out of it.
Yes, this is
then take the house.
right. 40 miles northwest of Detroit is where she lives.
Okay.
So she's been taking care of her elderly mother full time. Things were so bad financially, she thought she might end up homeless. And last Sunday, she bought a $2 lottery ticket and got $25,000 a year for life.
And threw her mother out. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn. Check this out. She had the option to do a lump sum.
Okay.
And so she did that.
Oh, cool.
Claimed her prize on Monday, lump sum of $390,000.
Which is gone.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, right, totally. Her mother now is
Right.
going to go on Medicaid, go somewhere. She won't even visit her.
She's one of those people that's like, I bought a house, a boat, I bought her a house,
Exactly.
a couple cars.
Somebody wanted to start a business.
Right, exactly.
She says she's going to use some of the money to put down a down payment on a house, buy a car, and the rest is going in the bank.
Nope, somebody's going to talk her into a bad business.
Really,
Yeah.
for real.
Right.
And you could have, but you should do more than put some down on a house. Like in
No,
Detroit,
put it
all on
you
the
could
house.
put it all on the house, so you never have to worry about a roof over your head.
Again, you have to get the coyotes out.
True,
and then
right,
it's
and then
your
it all
house.
happens, right, and you got to go. I mean, purchasing new windows,
Exactly.
right?
You're going to spend a couple bucks.
Yes, and then there's this: people getting screwed all because of their email address. A car insurance company gets caught giving higher rates to people with Hotmail email addresses.
Oh,
Did you ever have a Hotmail email?
no.
No.
Bolty? Never? Okay. So if your email address ends in @hotmail.com,
Oh, wait, I did have a Hotmail.
did you?
Yes, it's the same as my other.
As your Yahoo.
Right. No, my Gmail.
Gmail.
And I don't want to say, well,
Yeah, no, don't say it.
yeah, but it's the one that sounds like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know,
hey, I'm going to get you.
no, it doesn't.
Tickle.
No, it does not sound like that. No, it doesn't. It's basically, I can't give the whole thing.
No.
But it does say "sut bra" in it. It's just like "sut bra."
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean anything gay. It's just what you say to your friend, like "sut bra."
Totally gay.
Everyone has that email that they don't like to give out.
Right. And it's like I've had it so long
You're like,
Right.
that I'm like, oh my God, like, I have to give it up for like the important things.
Yes.
So I'll be on with the bank and they're like, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, they always laugh. And I'm like, thank God it wasn't worse. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
like
Because-
I like taints.
Yeah, thank God.
You're right.
Some of them have that, and you have to give that to the
Yeah.
bank, like you said, the bank or whoever.
Right,
Do you
right.
have a stupid?
No,
Juvenile
I
one?
actually got to dodge that after laughing at everyone else's. And
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Growing up, I was like, I'm not going to be that guy.
Right. Try to make
It's like
it as
big
normal.
boy
Oh,
420.
yeah, big donger 420.
Yeah.
I got you, babe. 2-2.
Yeah.
Okay, so this car insurance company is in England. They're called Admiral, and they just got caught giving higher rates to people with Hotmail email addresses. The Admiral,
Because they think they're ghetto? Is that why?
yes.
Okay.
Admiral is defending the policy, saying, yeah, we do that. They say their research has shown that the kind of people who still use Hotmail get into more accidents and can't cover their expenses more than people with modern email addresses.
Okay, here's the thing. That's sort of true. That's like that whole documentary they did because it's the Walmart thing.
Yeah.
So people that go to Walmart, they get in more trouble. There's like lots of murders in Walmart parking lots, robberies.
Nothing good happens in a Walmart parking lot after midnight. That's a saying for a reason.
Right. There's a whole documentary on it.
Yes.
Look it up. So yeah, that's kind of like the same correlation. Like Target, nothing's happening bad. You know what I mean? You still made it to your car.
Right.
Nobody offered to sell you tamales at Target.
Right. No, actually, you're right. You never run into the burrito lady at Target.
Walmart, you can get crack. You can get
or a joint,
fur,
something laced with something,
baby silk,
cologne.
Yes, don't forget the cologne.
Imposter perfumes.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music,
less commercials,
more Larry and Kathy.
Still, our thoughts and prayers going out to the fallen officer in Thornton.
Keith Gumm.
Yep.
Yeah, and
32 years old, man.
Yeah, I know that's super sad, and it touches really close to home because your family, Kayla's family's in law enforcement.
Yeah, well, they work with Gumm, and so
they know him personally.
They know him personally
at their kid's birthday party.
Yeah, so it really is something to where I've met him, so it's something to where you. It's like I was telling Kathy, it's crazy when you could be in this situation, but you've never felt it personally. Maybe you've seen it on TV and you're emotionally drawn to it or impacted by it. But when it's actually someone that you know or it affects someone that you love, completely different thought process on how you approach it or how you think it or even trying to comprehend what's going on.
No, for sure. And we, like Kathy and I were saying earlier, we've always had a great relationship with law enforcement working within broadcast community.
Yeah.
And there's been situations where we got real close with law enforcement because the sister station had a Christmas thing where it was Christmas and cops. Yeah. And they were always in the building.
For Tots or whatever.
Christmas Crusade.
Christmas Crusade. I got to know him from all my bar nights.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so we're always on, close with law enforcement. They're just like us. They're regular people. They just happen to put their life on the line every day.
We run from bad situations. They run into those situations.
For sure. And so what was the original
reason for all this time? Well, we have Fox 31's reporting it. So if you're just waking up, here's a little breakdown of the terrible tragedy that happened yesterday.
Police presence remains here this morning in the neighborhood near 88th and Washington here in the city of Thornton. Now, this is where it all started. This is where the original call came in and ultimately where the shots were fired. Now, officers are still here this morning combing the scene, looking for every piece of possible evidence. We've seen them focusing on one house, we've seen them in the front yard, we've seen them go into backyards of some houses. So
now, Kathy, they were actually in your old neighborhood. Well, I mean, this is really, for you and I, this is a block away from where...
This is our neighborhood. That was my 7-Eleven. I shopped at that Walmart.
And they were actually in your...
Not a lot of people know this. Kathy owns that 7-Eleven. Now that she's doing so well, she bought part of the neighborhood.
With as many Slurpees as I've had at that 7-Eleven, I swear.
Right. You should be vested in the company.
Right. So it was close to home for me because it literally, my home was in the perimeter that was blocked off.
Wow.
And my nieces live in that house. So they, it's like... They said, go into the basement if you can, and they sure did, because you don't want any, stray bullets. You don't know what's about to happen if they find somebody.
Well, then, somebody could break in and hold you hostage.
Totally. So the SWAT and then the K-9 came to their house and was like, we need to go in the backyard. Can you remove the lock? And,
next thing you know, her nieces are petting the belly of the dog.
I know, Jessica's like, the K-9 was so cute. I was like, yeah, well, until you're a suspect.
He's working, he's on duty right there.
You're lucky you smell like a girl.
It's certainly an active investigation even this morning, several hours later. Now let's get you caught up on what happened last night. At about 7 o'clock Wednesday evening, Adams County Sheriff's deputies responded to an assault in progress on the 8700 block of Dawson Drive. Now, several witnesses have told Fox 31 that a group of men was assaulting a woman. That information has not been confirmed by authorities. Now, when deputies arrived, the suspects ran. While searching the area, deputies spotted a man that matched the description. That man man then pulled out a handgun and shot at officers, hitting Deputy Gumm in the chest. Now, that suspect was later found and arrested in the backyard of a home here in this neighborhood. Now, residents here were told to shelter in place for several hours last night. That shelter in place has been lifted, but several blocks remain closed off here in this neighborhood. Authorities continue to monitor the scene here early this morning. Now, we've seen folks that live in this neighborhood. They have been allowed back into their homes, but nobody else allowed past these crime scene tapes as they continue to gather evidence here this morning.
So that's good. They got the guy that actually did the shooting, and they need to catch those other guys for the assault on the woman or whatever.
Right, and where's the woman?
I know, but it's like to
Well,
me,
a lot of that stuff they're not going to reveal
because
yet.
it hinders
Right.
their investigation.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, the fact that they got that guy makes me feel better.
No, absolutely.
Not that those other guys aren't desperate and still loose, but I mean, I need justice brought to that guy.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I hate that justice is so slow. Like you hear about these stories, and then you hear years later, it's like, oh, he's still on a pill or whatever.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
they're at least locked up. They're not like
No, I
even as
know.
that process takes its toll.
No, I
or-
know. I just wish we had a quicker process that was in the middle of town.
Yeah.
Like the old school, like, you know, like I do in Iran.
Yeah. It's just.
I mean, for guys like that, not for the reasons they do it. I'm saying that I don't know. I mean, I hate that those people do get to live for a while and hang out.
I
You know what
agree.
mean?
Like they get to see their kids grow.
Right,
You know,
for
they get
years.
to, kids get to still have somebody they hug.
Right, they like all of a
and
sudden,
feel.
right, they assimilate to their weird.
Yeah, they're
cell.
there. Right.
They
So it's,
learn
you
how to
know,
make toilet wine.
When people are gone, they're gone, and that's when you're robbed.
Did you guys see the procession of the cops? Because I mean, you had Douglas County, you had the Denver PD, you had
Of
all
the Douglas County cop?
well, all the cops that came together last night.
Oh,
Did
no,
you
I
see
missed that.
So they
It
were
was like crazy that they assembled so quickly, and they had like
hundreds
flags up, and it
well,
was crazy.
it was a Denver procession of cops. I say all over the Denver metro area from different jurisdictions. They were lined up, just waiting outside Denver Health for Officer Deputy Gumm to be taken to Brighton coroner's office. And
Gotcha.
so it was amazing to see that those cops and the people, even people from the all around the city,
neighborhood,
were waiting in Brighton for his arrival. So it's a terrible tragedy, but I think that there is greatness within the people of Colorado, that the way these things have impacted us so frequently, sad enough to say, but that we come together the way we do.
This is something that we're definitely going to want to get behind as far as like promoting. If there's a GoFundMe for the family or something like that.
They said the family's putting a webpage together. Right now.
There's already one up.
Okay,
It's
cool.
and let me give you the website of that, so you can go to coloradopolicefoundation.org. There's a website set up right there. We'll throw it up on you guys' social media channels. Again, if you want to give to that, coloradopolicefoundation.org is the website.
Okay, so we have some people commenting on the text line. The first one says, I have some friends that are deputies in Adams County Sheriffs. I'm still working on joining so I can be a deputy as well. Our first responders put their life on the line for people they don't even know, and worse, people who will never appreciate it. Thank you guys for sending love to the law enforcement. There are definitely some blank cops out there, but blank or not, they have sworn to protect you in every way they can. That means putting their life on the line for you. God bless. Remember, there's more good than bad.
Right. Like, I think if cops are going to accidentally shoot people, it should be the cops that shoot people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and like if we had policing the police just a little better to weed out those bad apples, but you know, there's always going to be a factor. And you know, for all the people that want to talk about law enforcement in a negative way, it's like somebody's breaking in your mom's house at 1 a.m.
Who are you gonna call? Yeah.
You want her to call the police.
Yeah.
Somebody comes and steals your car, you're going to go to the police and say, help me get my car.
Right. Now, whether or not they are productive and can help you find your car after that is another thing, but you want to know that hopefully you're going to end up getting somebody that can help.
Right.
And I think that even with people, I mean, officers go to work knowing how there's a stigma against them by people.
Totally.
And they still will wake up every day and do the same job, put on that uniform, put on that badge, and get out there, regardless of those few people that think that way towards them. And that's just a selfless act.
If you're a good cop, you're going to be a white cop that goes into a black neighborhood and you're going to break dance and the video's going to go viral and they're going to be like, cops are cool too.
Yeah.
This one says, I was shot in a drive-by shooting January 5th, 1995.
Dang.
Okay.
That's all 1955.
Sorry, 1995.
It was a different time.
Right, totally. You had to stand still for a long time for that bullet to hit you.
So it went through my poodle skirt. It shot me in the thigh.
They're all loading it like those guns where you put a bullet in there. It's musketeer. Yeah.
That's way before that.
It was so surreal, says the texter. When help got to us, everything happened so fast, but the responders didn't hesitate, and they did not know what was going on the other end, that somebody had been shot. I was their focus to help. Their job was not a joke. All I kept thinking is they're running to help me, and they don't know if the suspect's still around. Probably similar to what was going on last night. I wanted to run from what was happening, and they were running into the situation to help. I know there are bad cops out there, but for the most part, they all want to help.
Wow, that's crazy.
Every
Totally.
job has bad apples.
Every job.
It doesn't matter where you work. So,
Right.
I mean...
Like, I had a nice lady at the DMV a couple weeks ago.
What?
That totally busted a stereotype.
Okay, that's a unicorn. We need to get her
she
name.
was fast.
No.
She was proficient.
There was one time I was at the DMV, and it was so embarrassing because everybody's waiting, and it was definitely not my turn. And the lady was like, "Sir," and I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Can you come up here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I listen to you every morning. You are so awesome."
She
What
let you
can I
cut the
do?"
line?
Right, and everybody behind me was like,
You jerk. Who is this guy?
This guy.
So as a make good, I got her like tickets for Disney on Ice for her kid later. Like, you know,
So
for,
you,
like,
You bribed her.
paid off a
No,
government
she
employee.
did it for me.
No, that's
and
what
I was
I'm
the-
hearing,
it's called
Wiggins.
a thank you.
He paid off a government
It's a
employee, so
thank
he
you.
skipped the line.
You guys know I do
Yeah.
thank yous.
Right.
I do them like in a donut form.
I know some
Right.
good cops, man. They're going to put you under arrest for that right there.
Speaking of donuts, yesterday when you brought up Voodoo Donuts and the chocolate glaze, I have yet to stop thinking about that
Okay,
donut.
Chris and I talked about that donut.
I gotta have one today.
When we were going to pick up the girls yesterday, we were driving, and I go, "Remember that donut yesterday?" He goes, "That was insane." He's like, "It was like the perfect donut." And I just can't even explain it. And it's their regular raised chocolate donut. And
Yeah.
it is like, I would say that it's got like definitely like a great thickness.
Oh,
of
yeah.
frosting.
No, you've sold
and
us.
The dough.
You've sold
and the
us.
dough. I can't
Come
even.
on. How
hey,
do
look,
they do it?
Hey,
Okay.
we were talking about
Hold
cops.
on.
Now we're talking about donuts.
Yeah.
That's like food porn for cops.
Well, I
Yeah,
thought that
but
was
see,
the
that- is
natural
that another
transition
stereotype?
into that. Yeah.
Donuts.
Donut.
Wait. So I apologize. I've been off schedule and I came in late. But Kathy, you fell again.
Oh, she
Yeah.
fainted.
Yeah.
Is it because
what
you
it
didn't
is.
have a black donut?
A black donor. She didn't have a black donor.
That's all it is. You did have a black officer, right?
If I had a black guy,
she
everything
blacked.
would be cool.
I said earlier,
That's
there was
hilarious.
a black
I
guy
almost blacked
leaving.
out again.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
a
Blacked
chocolate
out
donut.
over a black guy.
Yeah.
I felt good yesterday. Nothing felt bad. And all of a sudden, Larry and them showed up. I heard the garage door go up. I got up out of bed, just headed right to the stairs.
Girl, this is
and-
my chance to get out of work.
Yeah, and then
no.
I just blacked out coming down
Oh
the
my
stairs.
God.
Larry found me on the floor.
On the floor.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unconscious?
No. She was laying on
I
the
was
floor.
coming to, and my foot is killing me.
No, she was presenting.
Oh, yeah. I
And she
brought
goes,
Yes.
Larry, I've always wanted to. And
Black
so I like went
guy.
to, I pulled in to help her up, and she pulled me in toward her, and then she wrapped her legs around me and started gyrating. Very uncomfortable.
Look at what the snake has caught in her trap.
So if there was an HR department here, I would go there.
Yeah. I think our listeners are the HR department.
They are.
They're the ones
Right.
who are going to define. Okay, Larry, you
She's
need to
like,
stay
I've
away
had
from
your
her.
husband. Now I want you again.
Jamie on the text line. Kathy fainted because she doesn't have her cheese sticks.
She likes them fried.
I
She
like
likes
cheese sticks. And one more. Wiggins, you laugh like Bill Clinton. It's all I hear.
I know, it's awesome. It makes it seem like we're leaning left.
That was the first voice I ever tried to do, and I can't do voices, so it's not like it's the first and only voice I ever tried to do.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe it just held on to me. Since
stay
then.
with it.
Yeah.
Stay
I
with
still
it.
want you to be able to do bad voices. They make mine sound great.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Hey, I've stayed off Christopher Walken.
Yeah, thank you.
I
Thank you for doing
appreciate that.
Hey, it's good with me, buddy. Hey.
that. Christopher Walken, do you like Bill Clinton?
Oh, I love Bill Clinton. He's so amazing. He's done so much for people in the community that you just love him. And I voted for him twice. And then the third time he didn't run, he got a stain on the dress. I don't know.
I couldn't run a third time. Idiot.
You couldn't run a third time. Tasha says I need to go in and get seen today. I am going.
Oh no, we're gonna go.
Actually, she said my butt needs to go in and get seen today. It did hurt. I
Right,
mean,
she did
that's
fall on her butt.
two falls now that my butt has
I
grabbed.
hid a gold watch on my butt. Too.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, your butt needs to be seen too.
we
Christopher
did.
Walken.
Actually, I do. I farted yesterday, and
Okay, no,
Larry
don't- I wanna hear
Larry
this
was
story.
like so freaked
I
out
don't
yesterday.
want to hear
He did?
this story.
Listen, he farted.
Yeah.
Farted.
And he farted, and I was just like, oh my God. I was like, you're so gross, because it was definitely like rotten, but it had a chain on it that was chained to his ankle.
A gold chain.
It wouldn't
It's
go
gold
anywhere.
chain.
It stayed there
It's to a watch.
for like an hour. You'd walk by him an hour later, you're like, that fart is still there.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
Everywhere
you
he walked,
you need
the
to go
fart
get
we
checked.
can go. We can go to a proctologist together,
We're
Kathy.
not going together.
I'll check you both at the same time.
Yeah, we know you will, Bill.
Yes, that's right. I got big fingers, sausage hands.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of sausage, shout out to Jimmy the Butcher.
Hey,
who-
what's
I was like, "Where's that going?" I was like,
Speaking of sausage, I want to give a shout out to my blackout.
No, yesterday I called him Jimmy the plumber, and he was like, "It's not a plumber, I'm a butcher." Sorry, I got the job wrong. Jimmy the butcher, I love you, your family.
Jimmy the mechanic.
Yeah,
Jimmy the
exactly
butcher.
right.
Jimmy.
I think this should be fun. We get on the computer, go to WebMD, and type in fainting spells, and this should be fun because this should make Kathy really freak
totally,
out.
'cause you know I'm
You're
dying.
never supposed to go to WebMD and type stuff in like this.
Right.
Oh, so you want me to read it to her?
Yeah. So
All
like
right.
say,
Tell me what I'm-
I've been fainting recently.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like death. You have some sort of itis. I'm sure it's like a you went too extreme by trying to get off sugar.
Yeah, but then
what you're
yesterday,
supposed to do, though.
yesterday I added the sugar back in handsomely.
I know, but you were still now thrown off. Everything was thrown off. So in other words, when you dropped the sugar, your body was freaking out.
Yeah.
And your sugar levels must have dropped. I'm no doctor. I'm guessing, by the way. So your sugar levels dropped.
You sound like a
and then
doctor.
you dropped.
Yeah,
So
right.
then you're like, let me bring the sugar back. And then your body was like, too much sugar! Too much sugar! Fall down!
Yeah, there could be that. It's also, lack of sleep.
Right. It's having two
yeah,
kids.
right.
I watched them.
The
Chris and
schedule.
I did nothing with them for 3 hours. We just hung out. Half of it was in the car, and I was exhausted when we left your house. I don't know why. I used to say, I don't know how you do it. Now I don't know why you do it.
No lie. That is it.
Oh, my
Like
God.
when I see other parents, I say the same. And then they want to have another one. I'm like, why?
Now I know why the whole joke of moms drinking wine is a thing.
Yes,
You know what I
because
mean?
mama's got to go in. She's got to
Right.
do something.
Right.
Take the edge off of this.
For
Man,
sure.
That black donut.
I'm about to explode.
Right. Kathy's going to be so on the edge that if you're a football player anywhere near her, it's on.
Okay.
I'll be able to smell you.
It doesn't even have to be pro team at this point.
Right.
Fainting is also called syncope. Is the sudden, brief loss of consciousness and posture caused by decreased blood flow to the brain.
Okay.
Just like those little goats.
Oh, like the fainting goats? Those are my favorite. They
Is that
make
the sound
me
you make
laugh
before you
every
fall? Yeah.
time. Kunk.
Many different conditions can cause fainting. These include heart problems such as irregular heartbeats, seizures, low blood pressure, sugar, hypoglycemia,
You got it all. You have all of
anemia, a deficiency in health oxygen carrying cells, and problems with how the nervous system, the body's system of nerves, regulates blood pressure. Some types of fainting seem to run in the families. While fainting may indicate a particular medical condition,
Yeah.
sometimes it may occur in otherwise healthy individuals. So you could be healthy,
Okay,
Kathy.
yay, I'm healthy.
Fainting?
Or not.
No,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to keep reading. Keep reading because at some point it's going to be like, if you may have a bunch of candy bars lately, it could mean that you have fainting sugar disease. And there's no cure for that.
Fainting is a particular problem for the elderly who may suffer serious injuries from falls when they faint.
Oh my
Most-
God. If you're super old, that's what kills you.
Yeah, falling.
Falling. Because
Right.
they're like, it's almost like the thought process is, you're never going to be able to recover from all these breaks. Like we could put you in a body cast and your bones aren't going to heal.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
It sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
And then
they
if you
just
don't
stop.
if your hip can't get surgery on it because you're too old, then you end up sitting, and then sitting can easily kill you.
Right, and then for sure,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Most episodes are very brief. In most cases, the individual who has fainted regains complete consciousness within just a few minutes.
It's like if somebody
Seconds.
stepped on a bird, you'd be like, "Ooh," and if the bird's still alive,
Oh my
you're like,
God.
you're like, we can't really fix. Sorry.
Okay, so you're saying you want to break my neck?
No, I'm saying for the old people. That's when you step on a bird. Like
there
old
you
people's
go.
bones breaking.
I'm so sorry.
It's like a bird. And you're like, but although I saw this thing on BuzzFeed, it's really weird. This person found this butterfly.
Okay.
And its wings had been like torn off, half of them.
Oh, no.
And then it found like a dead butterfly's wing, and it literally painstakingly like glued the wing of the dead butterfly back onto the injured butterfly.
Okay.
And it flew away.
Who painstakingly glued it?
Some butterfly saver.
Expert.
I don't know.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was all set up to like an oxygen machine, and it was
Right, exactly.
No. And they said it didn't hurt the butterfly because they don't have. They said they don't have feelings in their wings. But I was like, tell that to the butterfly, who's like, ah! We just
Right.
can't hear it. It's
And then,
so.
what did he use? Did he actually do surgery? Did he just put gorilla glue?
No, he used like surgical glue or
Because
something.
that gorilla glue can really.
Right now,
It's all just
now
flying in one
everyone flies to the right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like.
Okay. So the what you can do if this fainting happens, these are the fainting treatments. Call 911
No.
if the person.
She doesn't want to pay that.
Right, if he has that
What
money.
if you
You know
have?
what we should invent?
What?
711.
What's that?
It's cheaper than 911.
it's the line that goes straight to Uber.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Call 911 if the person has blue lips on the face, an irregular heart or slow heartbeat,
Okay.
chest pains,
Because that means they had a stroke or something. It's not.
difficulty breathing.
Well, when I found you on the ground, I should have jumped and taken your heart rate.
No.
Oh, this is when people are going to accidentally call for you, Kathy. Acts confused. If they're acting confused, you got to call 911.
See, I wasn't. Remember, that's immediately I started yelling out the chicks' names at the hair salon. I was like,
Right, she's like-
Nicole, Tegan, Ergun, Pembe. You know, like I knew their names.
The hardest
Man.
names imaginable too.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tin Man, Line, Scarecrow. You were there too.
And you were there, and you were there.
This is the next set of treatments. If you don't have to call 911, make the person feel safe. Lay that person flat on his or her back. Elevate the person's legs to.
Oh my God, Wiggins, can you faint?
No, Larry. Elevate the person's legs to restore blood. I didn't even get through the sentence, for God's
right.
sake.
He's already imagining you
I'll
laying
wear a
down.
condom.
Yeah, you'd lift my legs and I'll go. Anyway, I'm like, and they're
Yeah,
like,
no doubt.
He puts up-
Anything
he puts
like
up
what
his
happened
own
yesterday,
protector.
it's really true. You're like a skunk. Like people
Right.
can't get too close
Nobody's
to you.
getting too close to you.
Right, he doesn't like to be hugged, or he'll.
elevate the person's legs to restore blood flow to the brain. Loosen tight clothing.
Okay, if you insist.
Okay.
Yeah, Larry didn't do any of that last night.
I couldn't get the jeans off. I had to cut them off.
Yeah, that was the last thing he was thinking about.
Hey, wait. Keep all this in mind. I want you to print that so when I ask Wiggins, does this smell like chloroform?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back to elevate the legs.
There's some more steps. Okay, so you elevate the legs, loosen tight clothing. Number 2,
Make love to the person until they regain consciousness.
No.
That's what it says.
No, it doesn't.
it does kind of.
Oh,
It says-
no, it doesn't.
It says try to revive the person.
I know how.
Shake the person vigorously. Tap tap briskly or yell.
Tap. It said tap.
Yeah.
And okay, I like it.
Briskly.
Briskly, like, it's all you might want to smack their ass.
You better pray that I'm the one that finds you passed out, Wiggins, because I'm just going to shake you vigorously. Wake up!
No,
Wake up!
you won't be able to get him alive. I'm the one that's like, bring in the cart. Clear.
If the person doesn't respond, call 911 immediately and start CPR if necessary.
Okay.
If an AED is available, that must be one of those shock units.
defibrillator
Yeah,
things.
defibrillators. Yeah, it's available. Bring it by to the person and use it if you've been trained on it only.
Well, no, but you know what? They now tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Like it talks to you.
Clear.
Yeah.
And everybody, you see what they do in the movies where they rub them together, and you're not really supposed to do that.
Oh, right, because then you're going to be that's old school. But yeah, the new ones, it will be like, take off the tape. And so I'll do this. place on chest.
Yeah, that's
clear area.
I'm cool with that.
Right.
Do home care for simple fainting. If the person is alert, give fruit juice, especially if that person is not eaten in more than 6 hours.
Right. So I did that for Kathy. I ran and got some prune juice, and then she ran to the bathroom.
I don't feel well.
So diarrhea's in there somewhere.
Oh my God.
Larry, did you stay with Kathy until she was fully recovered?
Yes.
Yes, I helped her up. And she then had hurt her foot because she had missed a couple steps.
Totally.
And so now we had two issues. Why are you fainting? And now your foot is all jacked up.
Yeah, I think, is it possible to have broken something in my foot? It's not my toes or my heel. It's somewhere in the top part of my foot.
I think we should
I did that. Oh, go ahead.
I think what it really was is Kathy is so overwhelmed with having two kids and two jobs.
Right.
And so overwhelmed, she's like, if I throw myself down these stairs, maybe I'll break my foot and Larry and Chris will take the kids.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
I was like, she did it on purpose.
I'm going to get a day off.
The problem with
I've had it up.
And she'd done her research, so she knew that the hospital guys at that time, there was a really couple good-looking black guys that work at that hospital.
Right. I mean, if I'm going in, I might as well make
She's
my
calling them
baby.
before. Is Darrell working
it's
today?
truly
So
a
WebMD
vacation.
says, raise my leg.
Okay, he's Mr. Johnson.
Get on
okay?
top of me,
You
revive
don't
me.
call him Darrell.
Revive.
Yeah.
If you've hit your head, this is when you need to go see a doctor. It says if you've hit your head when fainting,
Which you did.
I did.
faints more than once in a month, which
That's
you did.
you did.
If you're pregnant or has a heart
I'm not.
condition
I know for a fact I'm not.
or other serious illness,
We've only done the back door.
No, that's not it.
do you experience unusual symptoms such as chest pain, shortness of breath, confusion, blurred vision, or difficulty talking?
Are you kidding? She can talk all day.
But difficulty.
Check that off.
Talking.
Oh, yes.
That's
Well, you've always had difficulty
right,
talking.
exactly. Even when I'm sober.
But you flourished in broadcast nonetheless.
Oh,
exactly.
my goodness.
Be you, and someone will like it.
All right. So you're going to the doctor today.
Yeah, I'm going to the doctor today.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
So
all
I
you
feel
need.
like I need to follow her there.
But I do want to know about the foot. Like, can this be broken?
No, I hurt my foot at the wedding, and so it's still sore, and there's nothing you can do for a broke foot.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
right.
you're just
I'm
you're
it's
just
a
as well.
toe. It's a toe that you can't fix.
Yeah, the foot you can't do anything either unless it's the ankle. I
No,
don't know.
it's not.
We'll WebMD that next.
Wait, you're looking a little faint.
303-728-3420. No, Larry,
Yeah,
you're
I'll
not
catch you.
elevating my
I'll catch
legs.
you.
No.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathy.
All right, so we have a pretty huge staff here at Blazin' Hit Radio.
Yes.
We have
Right.
2 floors in our building.
Yeah,
we have
we
our
do.
first floor, which
Yeah.
has us right now, which is the 4 of us. It's Kathy, myself, Wiggins, and producer Bolt.
Right.
And then on the second floor, we have our administrative offices.
Yeah.
We have Aldo is up there.
And that is it.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's
and
it.
it's also the bathroom and the kitchen.
Right, the washer and
the
dryer.
sitting area.
It's where we all live. We all live together.
Yeah.
And then we come down here and do this show. And then we go up and hide upstairs like we're Anne Frank's family. We're all,
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, he's already playing the music. This is about an unsolved mystery. It's about the missing autograph of Carrie Underwood and some missing towels. Yes.
I already got a suspect in mind. Are you
we
kidding
have
me?
the suspect in mind.
There's a lot of us here. We're going to have to go through it,
to see who would
systematically.
steal the Carrie Underwood autograph and who would take the towels.
Right. Who took the towels? Okay.
Yes, so
So go back to.
the year is 2016. Bewley Productions sets up a room and a business with the Green Solution.
Yes.
And they get a location on Spear Boulevard. Headed by Larry Ulibarri, Wiggins, and at the time, a guy named Aldo. They started a relationship and an uncensored podcast.
Yes.
Then that blossomed into a radio station called Blazing Hit. And that's how Kathy became part of the team.
Hello, you guys. Anybody home?
So what nice towels you have.
Well, I
The
will
group
say
of
this.
individuals started a radio show that had been on traditional radio but went digital. Then, the next thing they knew,
that Larry and Kathy were decorating a business.
You decorated, and anything you touch is perfect. Like you have just. You know how to decorate.
I have gay taste.
And you also remember where you put everything.
He has
because
gay taste.
He has gay taste.
I would like Wiggins and I to talk alone like this in a room. With a
But
little
also,
chloroform.
There's a washer and dryer up there, and there were times that
Because
Wiggins...
Kathy's a dirty girl, and this is her place where she sees men on the side.
There were times where
Yo,
you had
what's
to take
up,
a
girl?
shower. Weren't you working out, Wiggins? So you'd come back and take a shower.
Yeah, those towels
And
up in there.
that's when,
Right, and you had there were towels up there.
and that's when Wiggins discovered a very small camera in the corner of the shower where Larry was watching.
And I stopped working out and taking showers.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Larry thought, what a beautiful body, very robust and curvy.
He was hoping I would pass out.
Okay, so you're there watching Wiggins in the shower.
That's when Larry released the chloroform, but accidentally went to Kathy. And that's when Kathy fainted.
That's
I fainted.
You're getting off story.
You're getting off story. Okay.
So,
yeah.
anyway, so I had we have all over the studio like famous people that we've met.
But one more time, there's 5 of us here.
There's a very large staff at Blazin Hit Radio. Hundreds and thousands of employees.
Yeah, right.
Who did it? Who stole the Carrie Underwood autograph?
All right, so all over the building, the 2 stories.
Yes.
We have our people that we've met.
Autographs.
Lady
Right.
Gaga,
Drake, Jennifer
everybody.
Lopez,
Vince
whoever.
Vaughn.
It does, tons of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
and so
Kevin Hart. We have everybody.
And so Carrie Underwood, I really like that one up there because it balances all the black rappers.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, I got some Jessica Simpson, some Iggy Azalea.
It's the
Lady
one white girl
Gaga.
with a bunch of black guys.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Lady Gaga's in there. She's white. Iggy Azalea's white.
Right.
Jessica Simpson's white.
Right. Plus, it's a cool frame, and it's
Right,
a smaller. It's
right,
like
right.
it's a CD cover that she autographed.
Right,
Right.
for me. Okay, so then I came in this morning and there was the picture of the.
Well, no, start with
Okay,
the.
okay,
You have
there
to
was
start with the.
okay.
So a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I was like, we have like when I was decorating this place, I got us towels.
Yes, like body
Like,
towels.
Right, I went like
Not just hand
We went
towels.
all out. Like I must have spent like probably
You
10
spent-
grand.
You spent a lot.
Yeah, to get everything that we needed here. And I was like, we should have towels there in case we ever shower. And I got little shampoos and little soaps. And
Yes.
I was like living it up at Bed Bath & Beyond. I was like, I got this. So then I just
Larry bought a bunch of stuff from
There
Bed
he
Bath
was
and
at
Beyond.
Bed Bath & Beyond, blowing his money on an unset future.
Okay, so wait. So then I got the towels. So the other day I came in and I was like, huh, those towels are gone. Mm-hmm. So I was like, that's weird. So then,
And they were nice towels.
Right, they're good towels. So then we were like,
Well, there's only a handful of people
Right.
who could have taken the towels.
So I asked Wiggins.
right. She kind of was like, you take the towels?
Right, and you
And
were like,
Wiggins
no.
denied taking the towels.
Right.
I have an update on this, so
Really?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so we let that go, and it was like
I was like, whatever. I was like, clearly somebody needed some towels.
Right,
I wasn't going to hate
obviously,
because I love
Wiggins is lying.
everybody here, so I don't care.
Well,
And
Wiggins doesn't shower, so he doesn't need the towels.
Right. So then I came in and I saw
This morning.
Yeah, the autograph. Well, first of all, the guy that we did the improv with,
Greg Proops.
yeah, Greg Probst or whatever his name is, he had an autograph signed for us, and it was now hung on a wall that I didn't hang it there. And so I was like,
And a gay man knows how
Right.
he decorated and
Right,
where
and
he
so
hung stuff.
and where I would have hung that, or how I would have hung that. So I saw
It's
that
like replacing evidence.
Yeah,
like
right.
cover, like a
You
cover up.
replaced
Right.
evidence.
So right away, the gay guy noticed that picture wasn't in a good place. And who hung it?
This is
And
hilarious.
so I saw it and I was like, that doesn't belong there hung like that. So then I was like, meh. So then that was yesterday.
Yeah.
So then today I came in this morning and I saw that picture was gone. And the nail was still there. And I was all, that's weird. So then when I went to exit that room, I saw that it was replacing where the Carrie Underwood autograph was.
Right.
And so I had put that up right there. And I was like, well, that's weird.
And thus the mystery of who stole the Carrie Underwood autograph.
Yeah, but who? Okay.
Someone stole Carrie Underwood's autograph.
Everybody was a suspect.
And there's only 5 of us here.
Let's not let anybody off the hook.
But who is a fan of Carrie Underwood?
The one suspect that works upstairs goes by the code name of Nana.
Yes.
Yes, his name is Nana.
But Nana
is an old man dressed as a young lady and goes to the park to catch rapists.
Nana most likely has her own Carrie Underwood autograph.
No, but wait.
Because I
Wait.
have a
Here's the
Carrie
thing.
Underwood.
He's also the same guy who had 4 Thriller albums when he bought
right,
4
and
albums.
that's-
Four. He always had multiple.
He has like 10 of the
for
Madonna
sure.
books. Right.
Right. And so, like, I don't want to, like, it's so weird because the reason we call him Nana is because he kind of, like,
He takes care of everything.
right. And he's kind of like, he talks in old lady terms in the sense of, oh, these kids today.
Right.
And he says things like, this has too much salt in it.
These napkins are crap.
Like, in my day, they made napkins that lasted.
Right.
These straws are made of, whatever.
Right.
So we call him Nana. So then I'm thinking about Nana, like,
Did Nana take the Carrie Underwood picture? And did he take the towels?
so I'm sitting there thinking in my head if that's a possibility. And I got the exact same feeling that I got when I was a kid. And I used to play. There was a period in my life where I'd play rummy with my grandma all the time.
I played rummy with my grandma.
Right. And we were like tight. That was our thing.
Uh-huh.
And we bonded over rummy while we ate Doritos. And that was our thing.
Mine was ice cream and rummy. Yeah.
So then
I realized one day Larry realized that his grandmother was cheating.
What?
right. And so I was like kind of laughed to myself going, this bitch is cheating.
Right, grandma.
And I was like, right. And so then I had the whereabouts in my head to go, let it glide.
Yeah, right.
This is her thing.
Your
Whatever.
grandma.
go.
Right,
Let
right.
it
So I
go.
I didn't call her out on it, but I felt a certain way, like, really? You're cheating. And, and she would do moves like you knew she couldn't do. Like, she would take the pile and you're like, you were supposed to have 2 other 10s. I
Okay.
don't see any 10s.
Gotcha.
Oh, no, it was a 5. Oh, was it, though?
Right, okay.
Right, so you're like, okay, well,
So
that's
you got
fine.
that exact same
Same
feeling?
When if it turns out that Nana took the Carrie Underwood picture, it's a huge betrayal from someone's Nana.
From someone you love, from the hierarchy of the family.
Well, okay, so I have my update.
Okay, good. I can't wait.
So the towels, Kathy, you had mentioned that you had brought up the towels to me,
Yeah.
right? So Aldo, when you guys leave, Aldo and I always just talk.
Right.
It's just like the old days when I'd go.
It's an old lady sewing circle. They sit around and gossip
Yeah.
and talk about the day's events and complain about things.
Right.
The quality of napkins.
The quality
and
of
the
napkins.
amount of salt
Right.
in today's diet.
Your busy day.
Right.
Yeah.
So because we would always catch up on things that need to get done. Well, now I don't talk to him as much as I did because I'm usually out of here like 10:30, 11. So you asked that, Kathy,
Yes.
and then you left, and then Larry, you had to leave too, and so you left, and so all of a sudden, because being the way he is, he always like tries to throw you off.
Right,
You know?
Oh, no, what
Right.
he does is, like, he'll come in, like, at 10-ish.
Uh-huh.
But he wants to make it seem like he came in at 9:30. So, like, he put his stuff down, and then he'll be like, oh, I've been here.
But I will say this.
Been in my car.
He was coming at 9.
No.
Right,
For
right.
sure.
And then now, right.
The beauty part of all of this is she doesn't listen to the show.
No, I
Doesn't
know.
have any idea
There's
what
only 5
we're saying.
of us. Okay.
So it's not like we're going to offend him. He doesn't listen.
No.
What's the update?
So you asked
His
when
name is
you
Aldo.
asked that question, he was in his office about the
Oh.
towels. So the towels, he overheard that.
Me say it.
So he must have been like, "Oh, they're on to me."
No, because the towels didn't come back.
No, well, they're not going to. So he.
Oh, he saw.
There was a more to this story than Wiggins was letting on. Stay tuned
So-
for the wrap-up of who took the towels
So-
and who took the Carrie
How do you
Underwood
know?
autograph.
How do you know they're not
Just
going
'cause I know
Be
him.
the same person.
I know
Okay, so
him.
what did he
So then he
do?
says,
You don't want to do this as a draw out?
He goes, "Oh, you want to come back?"
Right, I was gonna say,
really?
Stay tuned to find out what Wiggins knows about the towels.
You can just say it.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Either
That's
way.
called a tease.
Yeah.
Although somebody on the text line is saying, you better investigate your cleaning lady.
That's Nana.
That is
Yeah,
Nana.
Nana is the cleaning lady. And then, because I was going to be like,
Who has keys to the building? Who has access to the alarm code? Who Who was it?
So he tells me,
Who likes Carrie Underwood so much they would steal an autograph?
yeah, I think Bolte wouldn't steal a Carrie Underwood
Only
autograph.
if he
There's
was
other
dating
ones.
a blonde girl who loved Carrie Ivy. I mean, loved Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Ivy. Who's that?
Carrie Ivy is a personal friend of mine. I don't know why I said that.
Oh my
So-
God, I love her.
Aldo
Carrie
says, Nana says to me after Kathy asked that about the towels a few minutes go by, oh, so the towels are in the washer. And I'm like, what? I was like, I didn't even ask about the towels. I don't even know. For me, I was like, why the hell is everyone talking about the towels? I was like, what? Is
Right, you're
everyone,
not guilty. You don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. So I couldn't even process it because I heard you guys talking about towels, and I was like, what? What is going on here? So then when he asked me about the towels, I was like, what? I was
Right.
like, and then right now this conversation is like,
Oh, the towels are missing.
Later in the parking garage, they would discover a broken Carrie Underwood autograph wrapped in a towel in the trash. Who did it?
So the text line, oh, Nana would never participate in such craziness. I remember going to Payway with you guys and Aldo going on and on and on about how much he loved their napkins.
Here's the thing. Listen, they do have great napkins.
They do
at
have
Payway.
great napkins
They
at
have great
Payway.
napkins. Okay, so let me say this. Okay, play the music again.
okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We want you guys to chime in.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
All right. So
Who took the Carrie Underwood autograph and who took the towels? Was it Wiggins, Producer Bolt, Kathy J, Larry, or Aldo?
Send us your shout outs now if you have a lead on this story. 303-728-3420.
Operators are standing by to find out who did this heinous thing to Larry.
Okay, but the towels were never in the washing machine.
No, that's true. The towels never came back. He was only washing the hand towels.
Right.
The bath towels are gone.
Right.
All right, we'll find out when we come back
Okay.
right after
Should we
this.
call Nana and find out?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Let's call Nana. If
No
you want us to
way.
call Nana right now, call 303-728-3420
No.
or text us now. Operators are standing by on Unsolved
Oh, no.
Mystery.
okay, so
The text lines are blowing up
Right.
with what
If
people
the
want to
mystery
see.
Hilarious.
Of the missing Carrie Underwood autograph. from
People-
the missing towel.
The text line 303-728-3420. Text, call, or give us a shout out from the
Sounds
app.
better with the intro music.
You want the intro music?
Yes.
again?
Okay, we need the Unsolved Mysteries intro
Right, because,
music.
we deserve to find out,
Yep.
after putting in so much effort into building this business,
People are talking.
what happened to the Carrie Underwood autograph and the missing towels?
It really depends where it is. You may
No,
need.
no, no, that's about me and
That's
my-
about you.
my foot.
Oh.
Way to go, Wiggins. Way to read
I was
ahead.
like, it depends where it is. I was like, well, that's the whole point of why it's
Where is
unsolved.
the picture?
So, okay, so I'll
says
start
call-
reading the text
okay, go
line.
ahead.
Okay, this one says producer Bolte took her picture and used the towels to clean up.
That makes sense because Larry went upstairs with a black light and it looked like Avatar.
Oh,
This one says, call Nana. Call Nana. It's Nana.
We have to call Nana, but she has an old rotary phone and we don't know if she'll pick up.
Molly says, call Nana. You're so close to the truth.
Okay,
Yes,
that's funny.
That's what we're seeking, the truth.
And then
On the missing picture.
someone said, could it be? No, never. Aldo, a liar? Never.
Here's what's awesome is so many of the listeners have come to these events and
And
won
they've
prizes
met
from
Aldo.
it, so they've met Aldo.
Everybody meets Aldo.
Yes.
And they
When I
know-
first started in radio, he was called Aldo the Prize Guy,
Yeah.
and everybody knew who he was. He would also give you free stuff when you came to get your free stuff.
Yeah.
He'd add a little extra.
Yeah, but he cares about people. He's a good guy. He's
He's best friends with the ladies who lease us this space because he goes gets coffee and takes them movie passes.
yeah, for sure.
Everybody loves Aldo, so why would Aldo steal?
Yes. I don't want to call him.
Yes, we're calling
Oh
Aldo.
no, we're gonna
Come
call him. Yeah,
on.
let's call
This
him
is
right
our
now.
Nana,
If we
for
get
God's
7
sake.
more likes on the post,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will call Nana.
No, we have to solve this mystery, so let's call him right now.
Okay,
Here.
before we do that,
Put in
let's
his
one more
number.
time. Wiggins, you're sure you didn't take either of those items?
No, I mean, like
Producer
Carrie Underwood.
Bolte, I didn't do it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I racked my brains. I was like, I even went through my towels at home. It's like, maybe I took the towels.
God.
Maybe I was absent-minded.
I don't want to call. You know what?
No, it's fine.
I'm putting
And the
the
thing
number
is,
in.
sometimes, like, back in the day, you would find out, like, our housekeeper has been stealing everything from us.
No.
And you have to confront her. You're like, Maria.
Okay,
Right.
it's ringing. It's ringing. It's ringing. Hold
Oh
on.
God.
Hello?
Aldo.
Hello?
Aldo, this is Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries, and we have a couple questions for you.
Aldo.
Yes.
We have some
Hi,
questions.
Aldo. Before
Hi,
we get
Joe.
into this, I just want you to know I don't approve of this.
Oh, yes.
Then I'm hanging up now.
No.
Okay, so I'm Larry. This is Wiggins and Kathy.
Hi.
Your coworkers. And
For 4 days.
I came in and the Carrie Underwood
Yeah.
autograph was missing. And
Yeah.
so I blamed Bolte because I know his girlfriend loves country music. And so I
Oh,
almost let him go. And then all of a sudden he was like, oh, no, it wasn't me. And then I was like,
And I was really pissed because I love that autograph, so I was kind of mad at Bolte.
and then.
Oh, well, don't be mad, because I have it in my possession with a couple others that I'm trying to redo the frame. Because if you remember, hers didn't have the proper frame in it. It cut off her signature.
See, Larry, it was something really simple.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was Wig then immediately after because I was like, I
The
know
frame
that
was
Kayla
broken.
loves Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
And so I
no,
was
so
like,
I put the proof there, too, just so it didn't look like a hole in the wall, let's say. But anyway.
So you weren't covering it up, trying to not make it obvious that you might have taken that.
Oh, no, I
can't
have
believe
enough.
you
I have
people.
plenty of Carrie signatures. Remember, I used to...
yeah, that's
Right,
what
I
we
told you
said.
he's got a lot of Carrie Underwood. See, I told you guys.
well, I was thinking the worst. I thought by now, okay, Nana's cleaned us out.
silly.
She's probably emptied all the accounts. She's probably the
Oh,
person
yes.
who took the towels. I don't know as far as I can trust Nana. I mean,
Yeah.
told them this is like when I found out that my real grandma, was cheating at rummy, and I was like, oh my god, I feel
It's
betrayed.
heartbreaking.
Right.
Right.
Anyhow, have you
Nana,
talked
do you know
about
where the
later
big
this
towels
afternoon?
are?
And Nana, I would also add that I said that we could talk about anything because you wouldn't hear it because you don't listen.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, what about the towels?
The towels, I was cleaning them, and I have them all folded. So once we, I guess,
Whatever,
See?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I
See,
mean,
like,
yeah, once we-
Kathy was the
ashamed
one.
of
She
you
was
two.
like, "Aldo definitely took the towels
I didn't
because they were
say
good
that.
quality.
You know
and
me.
he loves good
No.
quality."
She's the only one in the bathroom ever.
No,
so.
that's true,
right.
but I was going to take the towels if anybody was taking
Kathy
towels.
was using the
Well,
towels
yeah.
as toilet paper.
that's fine. No, I took those. Yeah, everything's getting less and less there.
It's
Well,
fine.
thank you, Nana. We appreciate the phone call. You're in the clear to come to work. You
Oh, my
won't be
gosh.
arrested.
Oh, yes.
When are you bringing Carrie back?
I'm just getting a frame for it. Like, I want to get a
I
different
like the frame
for
it's
her.
in.
What was it?
It's in a cool black
Yeah, but
frame.
it kind of cuts off her autograph. I don't think it looks right, and it's been bugging me because it just sits there facing me
Wow.
every day. when I
How
look at
bad
it.
do you feel, Larry?
yeah. How bad do you feel, Kathy?
How
Making
bad-
Aldo feel
I-
like a suspect.
I didn't.
Wow, that's messed
I'm
up.
removing myself.
Hey, Kathy's quitting. She feels so uncomfortable about accusing you of this. Kathy's
I
removing
didn't accuse
herself.
you of anything, Nana.
Kathy
Wiggins
said-
even
Yeah.
said Aldo has 20 million
Kathy
Carrie
said,
Underwood autographs.
she wanted me to fill out a police report.
I did not.
Well, did you see? Like I told you, I replaced those other ones that had glass, and we put the plastic.
No, yeah, we saw that you were
So-
covering up what you were doing.
Yeah, that's what Wiggins said. Cover up.
No, that's not it. You guys are
No,
killing
covered up where the
Yeah,
picture
it's
was.
a big
Yes.
cover up.
All right, thank you, Doe.
me. We'll see you when you get here.
And thus the
Oh, my
mystery
gosh. All right,
of the
bye.
missing
Okay.
Underwood autograph
It's
and the
solved.
towels.
It's another one episode solved.
That's right. Thank you for calling our hotline. You'll receive $25 if you helped.
Well, now we don't have a show because that was the only unsolved mystery that we had.
I'm sure
So
We have another
Oh,
unsolved
okay.
mystery. What the hell just came out of Wiggins' ass?
Okay.
All right, we have some lingering issues on this case.
yeah,
It's not fully solved.
It's update.
Right, yeah, unsolved mystery update.
All right.
Larry still has questions because the picture of Carrie Underwood fit in the frame perfectly. her autograph went to the edge because that's where she signed it.
I'm believing Aldo.
Right, but also, why would the towels need to be taken away to be washed when there's a washer and dryer right in the building, right next to the bathroom?
So he used them for something and was washing them and bringing them back.
Sex. He used them for sex with a stranger he met on Grindr.
Our
And
Nana,
I can say that because he doesn't listen. So he met somebody on Grindr, and they went and threw their towels
and had sex.
and wiped up their sex. And if you put a black light on it, it's Avatar 2, 3, and 4.
Well, then you can keep those towels.
Right.
So he definitely did it.
He did.
He definitely
did it.
Well,
Yes,
I know,
he
but
did it. But the
he was a quick
motivation-
talker. He was a quick talker.
He
Yeah, but there's
sounded
holes
fine.
in his story.
It made sense
There
to
were
me.
holes
Now
in
he's
his
like,
story.
we're going to bring the dumb towels back.
He
and
hates
Carrie
us.
Underwood.
Right.
Yeah. No, he's totally, that's exactly what he thinks. He's all, oh, now they know, so now I'm going to bring it back and be like, you guys were wrong.
Right, exactly.
But now he's like, I have to get a frame for it, though.
Right, and now he's going to be like getting out of the shower with a really bad towel that he hates.
Okay, I just want to say to everyone that's coming to see us tonight at our happy hour,
You'll be able to meet Aldo.
And don't you
find out
dare
the
say a
suspect
word. No,
and
don't.
point at him.
No.
And talk about him from across the bar.
Nobody
and
bring
say
it up.
He's the guy.
Nobody bring it up
Oh,
when
no,
you
bring
meet
it
Aldo
up.
tonight at the
If
happy
you
hour.
mention that Aldo stole the autograph and the towels, you'll get a discount on your appetizer.
Are you kidding me?
No, I don't know.
I mean, we can do that.
Yeah.
But no, you're just going to be like, oh, nice to meet you, Aldo. You're the one that cares a lot about that crew and makes sure that their autographs are looking good.
Larry Ulibarri will commit to buying everybody a drink who brings a towel and a picture of Carrie Underwood to give to Aldo. That's right. Larry will buy you a drink
Oh,
if
my
you bring
God.
Aldo a towel and
Yeah.
a picture of Carrie Underwood.
No, just save
Bonus
your
if
money.
it's in a frame.
No, just save your money and buy yourself your own drink.
Oh my gosh! But the happy hour is tonight. So if you don't know what that is, we have our own YOLO Rum Larry and Kathy J drink. They're hanging out for a few hours today at the Alamo, and you can come hang out with them and say what's up.
Right, Wiggins, he doesn't usually come because it's a happy hour.
Yes. It's not a negative hour.
And he's not happy.
Right, he goes to dick hour.
Yeah. That's my favorite hour. I'm all like, all we
Wow.
do is just bitch and complain.
24/7
Yeah.
No, but
this
he-
hour.
Me and Nana are in the office just bitching and complaining. We have our own happy hour at 10 a.m.
Maybe Wiggins and Aldo were using the towels.
Yeah.
Are you going to come to tonight? I think you should.
Going to try.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but if you need more info, we
That was a polite way of saying he's not coming.
well, we have YOLO Rum Cruise coming there because
Hey, so if the YOLO Rum crew is coming, you're coming.
well, I kind of have to because we're filming something there. I think I was supposed to tell you guys. I might have forgot. So there you go. You're getting filmed today by the YOLO Rum Crew. So be ready for that.
The
Right,
big
it's
reason everybody's coming is
To meet Aldo, the towel stealer.
I didn't steal him.
Carrie Underwood obsessed fan.
We are filming for YOLO Rum because now that Kathy, we're actually having a huge article that's being released and picked up by Yahoo Finance and Business Insider because we are announcing that Kathy is becoming an official owner in YOLO Rum.
After all these years, she wore Larry down. And
She
became
did.
I want to be a part of it.
owner
I want to
of
be a
YOLO
part
Rum.
of it.
Yes.
Right.
It sure does taste
She
good.
did
I want to
that
be a
to
part
his
of it.
broadcast
So-
and his rum
So what?
and his love life.
Here's what's funny.
She stole his husband.
Larry's like, okay, I'll let you be an owner. And then he's like, but we're going to let everyone else be an owner too.
I know.
So we started YOLORum.com/invest, which is allowing other people to become a part owner of, or not an owner, but they get to invest and be a part of this company.
Kathy and I have pretty much shared everything. In fact, I can't think of anything we haven't shared.
Okay, a lot. Clothes,
Oh, yeah. No, until I do drag like you, but
Saliva.
saliva, yeah.
indirectly, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she did date my husband.
No, okay, but that
Yeah, you did.
was gone a long time ago.
No,
There
this
wasn't
still hangs
anything,
around. It
Remnants,
still hangs
nothing
around.
hanging around.
So
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we
We shared wig.
No, we didn't do that
no one
either.
Did that at
Oh,
all.
that was just me?
No,
Oh,
that was
sorry.
not even used. You need to quit putting that out there. Jeez Louise.
I thought we both had some of that.
No, just Kathy.
No.
My husband's listening.
Stop it.
No, that never happened. That would be really weird. Like, even if that could not work, because I just would not be able to, like, hang out with either of you. I'd look at either of you, it'd be normal.
No, because we
Yeah.
both come in and be like, I'm tickle fighting with him. No, I'm tickle
Oh,
fighting with
God.
him.
All right, well,
It
maybe.
would have torn us apart.
Torn us apart.
Yeah.
So we held back on our desires.
Right, and then the
Oh, so you desired me?
Yeah,
No.
we did. We thought he was really cute.
Adorable and cute is one thing.
I know, but
desiring it, no, I'm out of that race.
We were with Wig his whole 20 primetime years. We were like, yeah, sweet.
Now it's my smelly, funky butthole years.
Right. Hey, you're not our problem. You're married.
Yeah, I'm married now. Yeah, it's my wife and my kids' problem now.
Exactly.
That's all that is.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Call or text us now
I'm so excited.
on the YOLO Rum phone line.
Alexa, will you be my friend?
Of course we can be friends.
303-728-3420.
You seem very nice.
So we're waking up this morning to just another tragedy in Colorado with the shooting of Deputy Heath Gumm yesterday and the passing of him because just some jerks in Thornton area, man.
Right, they were assaulting a woman, and when confronted, they shot at the cops, and now we have a dead officer, and it's just super sad because their job is to go help.
Yes, and we have suspects on the run still.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly,
they
two
caught
of them.
the guy who actually shot, but the other two guys that were also assaulting the woman got away, and they're...
And thank God they got the one because
Right.
now at least you will get the names and find
Of
out
the
the
other
other
people.
two who's
Right.
involved and now it's just a matter of finding them
And where's the lady? Like,
Yeah,
is she okay?
yes.
But they might. I mean, your family are officers, so
Yes.
they
They
were
actually
they
w-
probably know all that information, but they're not releasing it.
My family actually served side by side with Gumm, and so my sister-in-law actually had to do the press conference yesterday, and so
We love her.
We love
Amanda.
Amanda.
Yeah,
She's so sweet, and she also sounds just like Kayla. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah, for
They're
real.
the same
And I can
voice.
totally see Kayla in her.
Right, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, totally. And then my family lives in a house that's
Right by there.
literally in the perimeter that they blocked off. So the SWAT went through the yard last night, and then today Jessica was saying that they still have the helicopters going all over, and parts are like blocked off, and they're stopping a lot of cars.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like there was pictures the girls had, your nieces that live there, of them going through the dogs.
canines
Crazy.
and all that stuff. And that was the thing that was surreal, was watching my sister-in-law give that, because it happens so regularly, these shootings,
Yeah.
especially in Colorado, that you I don't want to say you become numb to it, but you do kind of have a feeling where that stinks, but it didn't happen to me. And when it does, and it hits so close to home, it puts it in a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
The problem is they're so often, and so like you can be sad for a moment about one thing, and then the next thing happens. It's like, gosh.
Well, I mean, you had the deputy who passed Parrish from Douglas County. That happened just literally a few days or a few weeks ago.
Right.
And then now this one. But if you want to help, if you're able to help, a lot of people lined up yesterday as they brought Gumm into the Brighton facility.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And so, but if you want to give back, there's a foundation set up that's called ColoradoPoliceFoundation.org. You're able to donate there, and it's all set up for Deputy Gumm. And there's actually several schools that are being closed today in Adams County because of this. Because, I mean, that whole area, Kathy, right by your house, you have
Right.
Thornton High School, Bowman Tech is over there, Thornton Middle School.
McElwain's right behind my house.
Oh, see, McElwain's right there.
Elementary, yeah.
So Adams 12 closed these schools: the Early Childhood Education Center, the Bowman Technical Education Center, Thornton Elementary School, the International School at Thornton Middle. I didn't know they changed that name, but that's the International School at Thornton Middle.
Wow, they sound fancy now.
Right,
don't
it's
they?
like, we
From
charge
when
more.
Wiggins went there.
Yeah, mine they had the barbed wire, so you could not. The barbed wire that went over the fences when you walked outside,
Yeah.
locked you in. It wasn't to prevent people
Right, it
from
was like
jumping
jail
over it.
barbed
It was
wire.
jail barbed wire locking.
That's
that
crazy.
That kind of like we always would
Hey,
walk
it
out.
worked. You learned.
Yeah, I learned.
And you went to Bowman too, didn't you?
I love it. I have to. I don't want to get off topic, but I do love the Bowman. I need to give them a shout out because I learned video production from Bowman.
Oh, yeah, that's
I would
cool.
not be on the career path and where I am without that school. So I have to give some love to them. But Meadow Community School, Monterey Community School, North Valley School for young adults, Welby Community School, York International. These are all schools. Coronado Hills Elementary and McElwain are all closed today as they look
So-
for these two other suspects.
So in other words, they might think that they're still in the area, just being on the
Scary,
low,
right?
Yeah.
Although you would think, like you said before, that maybe they caught a ride or
Yeah.
they've been running for so long, they're way past that.
Right.
Yeah,
you
who
want to
knows?
think that they're gone, but then that has it make everybody else feel in other
No,
areas.
for sure. But I mean, like Wig said, hopefully this guy's going to just have to give him up.
Spill the beans and let
Right.
it know.
Right.
I mean,
And it's like,
You
if you're those two other guys, you're like, hey, we'll take the heat for assaulting that girl, but we didn't shoot the cop.
That's what I would say. I mean, if I were those guys,
Right.
because assaulting a cop,
I would come
shooting
forward.
a cop, killing
I would
a
be
cop.
like, yeah, that wasn't me.
I
Right,
hope my brother-in-law, because he is a beastly man. I hope he's the one interrogating, because he will get it out of that guy. I guarantee you that. He's good at his job, and so they at Adams County Sheriff, they are all amazing at what they do.
But they're also all mourning because once one fallen officer, they all feel it.
I've met Deputy Gumm.
Right.
And so, I mean, it's crazy when it strikes so close to home. So if you want to donate, you can do that right now. Colorado PoliceFoundation.org is where you can do that.
On the text line, I went to Thornton Middle School too. Wig, everyone would always make fun of us for the barbed wire, saying it looked like inmates on their recess.
Okay, so they would
It's
lock.
like, what do those kids do to be
Right,
in there?
wow.
They
those
would
kids.
lock the so this is right around when Columbine happened, and so everything was on lockdown. So you would come out of lunch, and when you came in, the door behind you would lock, so you could not get inside if the door was locked.
Okay.
And so when you got outside, the entire area was chain link fence, and then there was locks on the fence. So once you were
Damn.
outside, you were outside. You weren't going anywhere.
He he got used to the German shepherds, but
The barbed wire is supposed to go at that weird like 70 degree, 80, 60 degree angle. It's supposed to go on face the outside, not face the inside. It's supposed to prevent people from jumping in.
Yeah.
It was faced to prevent us from getting out. So we in
they're
middle
like, these are the worst of the worst.
yeah, in middle school we would go out there and we'd be like, so if there was something that would happen here, we can't run inside. We can't run through the fence.
Right.
We're
What do you
kind of
do?
just screwed.
Fire trap, fire trap.
I went to North Glen Middle, and North Glen Middle was cool, but across the way on 112th was Northeast Middle School.
Okay.
And that's where your husband went,
Okay.
Larry. And that
So you
school,
and Chris were at rival schools for a
but
second?
middle schools. But and that school looked like a prison converted into... Like, I didn't see the barbed wire and stuff, but just the way it looked in the middle of that
Same thing
neighborhood,
with
it looked
Thornton
like it
Middle.
was some sort of jail.
That sounds like that would have been around the time where Chris was more nose than anything else.
Right, no, totally.
Right, Chris had a big nose when he was little, and then he grew into it.
Uh-huh, right.
Right.
Now he's a handsome man.
Right, at first you were thinking, where's this headed? I've seen his kid pics.
Yeah, I go to Northeast.
Right.
So Kathy had another fainting spell, and so some people have been. You hurt your foot this time. You actually had a fainting spell the second one when Larry was coming over to your
Yeah,
house
she's
yesterday.
being all dramatic. She fell into my arms, and she was just like, oh, Larry.
My
I
hero.
fell, and my foot is still hurting. It's hard to walk on
Yeah.
it. Right. But I can walk on it if I put the pressure on my heel because it's somewhere on the top of my foot by my pinky.
You know what? We should use that topical.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Did that
I
help?
slathered it up. But
Okay.
yeah, no,
Slathered it up.
Slathered it up. The weed bomb.
It's only going to help so much if it's really hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
So we got some shout outs.
Kathy's using this as an excuse, by the way, to not wear high heels today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm totally going to wear these tennis shoes.
Okay, so she does have to leave early today, though. So we might have to replay the show here coming at 9. So if you hear a little repeat, just know that
Yes.
you might have to take off a little early. But before she goes, we have a shout out here that is saying what your problem is, Kathy.
Hey, Cathy, what you need to do is take B12 and yellow dock for being immune, and your iron levels are low, so they will need to go back up.
I don't know if I trust her.
Did she say YOLO dark?
That's what
it
that's what
sounded
I
like
heard.
YOLO dark.
Yeah, hold on.
So with,
Right,
with
rewind
rum.
that really fast. But I know about my iron. That came back from my blood work yesterday on the
Cathy,
show.
what you need to do is take B12 and yellow dock.
YOLO doc. YOLO doc.
And yellow dock.
I heard YOLO dark. Just drink some yellow dark.
You know
Get
what?
some
YOLO dark
gold.
is my favorite.
Yeah, yellow gold. You'll be
I-
okay.
I love to mix it with everything.
And
Well,
then
thanks.
this is I don't want to play it just because we already called Nana, but we asked for a shout out, and I don't know if this person's at a doctor's office or what, but I just had to play it just because I thought it was funny.
Call Nana, I think you must.
have no idea what they're.
It's Yoda.
Yeah, I know it's Yoda. I don't know if they're.
You think you must.
I think they were in a doctor's office. Sound like they're in an episode of ER or something.
Right.
So we did call Nana, and we found out that he is a thief.
No.
No.
He
We
had
found
an
out that
excuse.
Nana's a great liar.
He took the towels because he was washing them at home, as opposed to the brand new dryer here that never gets used.
And that has pods and
Yes.
it has a fabric softener.
And he took the Carrie Underwood photo because he didn't like where the autograph was situated, and he was getting a new frame.
Which I really like the frame it's in.
Yeah.
But whatever. Hey, everything got answered today. We didn't have to carry over.
Right. And
You know?
after this, I'm going to the doctor, so I'll get that answer.
Exactly, because we got to find out why you're fainting. Because
So hopefully by tonight, when we all go to bed, we're going to have those 2 suspects caught. We're going to know more about the story. Everybody's going to be safe again in Thornton, and your family's going to be safe on law enforcement. And I'll know why I'm fainting and if my foot's broken.
Right, and then there's a new mystery, an unsolved mystery.
What?
Okay, so here
Oh,
it is.
Jesus.
If something's wrong with Kathy J, what will happen to Mr. Efficient and the girls? Will they be raised by the strange man that Mr. Efficient met on the eclipse? Will they be raised by
Moon children.
Right, by one of the girls that's residing in Kathy's house now in Thornton?
Right.
Or will Aldo marry Mr. Efficient and raise the girls
I thought it was
and
gonna be-
sell the Carrie Underwood picture and use the towels after the girls go slip and slide?
I thought it was going to be Larry and Chris will adopt the girls,
Oh,
but now
yeah, we'll
my
take
husband's
him.
marrying Aldo.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Larry doesn't
Find
want that
out
responsibility.
tomorrow.
Larry just wants to
What
hang out with
happens to
him.
Lonnie? Okay, we like Lonnie.
Lonnie will go on to play gay Superman. He's also gay Clark Kent. Is
And
he the same
a great
person?
singer too.
Yeah,
You
totally.
gotta. He's
Right,
gonna.
strong.
imagine Superman that can reach a falsetto
He's
in the octave of A.
Yeah. That is him. All right.
well, you
Find
know
out.
what? A lot of unsolved mysteries.
Yes,
hopefully
find out
we
what happens when Kathy goes.
hopefully we wrap it with a bow by happy hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
So come and hang out with us.
Yes.
Alamo Draft House, Sloan's Lake today from 4 to 6. We'll be drinking.
This is your last chance to meet Kathy before she perishes from a weird disorder
Don't talk
called
like that.
fainting goat disease.
Fainting goat. I love the face.
She's also pooping pellets.
No, I'm not. Okay, thanks, everybody.
Yeah. So Kathy.
Yeah. So I'm taking iron.
Yeah. Take some iron. Don't pass out
Taking
anymore.
my yes.
And then
Vitamin
You're
D.
going to have to take a multiple.
Would, here's my question: Would Larry?
Centrum Silver.
Would Larry? Who is?
No, not interested.
Who does get the children? God forbid the worst case scenario happens. Is it Larry
No,
and
no.
Chris?
In the will, it says that we have to paper, rock, scissors with the Whitcombs for the girls.
Larry would just be like, "All right, you gonna do rock? Okay, I'm gonna do scissors. You win. You win this.
It's
But I'll be
between-
there every other weekend."
It's actually a split between Larry and Chris and my best friend Becca. Because I know
okay.
that Becca would take him back to my hometown in New York. She would keep the traditions of white trash alive for him.
I'll move back there too if you need me to, because I actually do want to move there.
No way.
With Kathy, and it's this little town, right?
Yeah, right.
And I figure, oh my God, we'll be the number 1 morning show there instantly.
Yeah.
And then we'll have
Word will travel fast through the grocery store.
Right, exactly. We'll be like, Scott, we're got a traffic delay on the road.
On Route
Marbles
28.
cart rolled over.
You know what? I think Aldo
Hey,
does
Cathy
listen.
J hanging out here for Adirondack News. We're at the Barking Spider. Going to be here till 6. Come on down.
Right. This Celebrity Trash and Bash brought to you by Mabel's Pies. Mabel's Pies on Main Street.
The best ones in Warrensburg.
Right.
I think Aldo must have heard us this morning because I think he came in early today.
No way.
I just heard him open up the door.
That means everybody duck.
Okay, I'm going out this door.
I'm going out
I'm
that
going
door.
out this door.
I'm down here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
again, if you want to donate, go to coloradopolicefoundation.org to help out Deputy Gumm, who unfortunately passed away yesterday.